All right, so with Capcom Cup being done, and the only big event was Rebel Kumite, as far as I know, that has no juries, potentially nephew in the qualifiers. I figured why not do a jury matchup list? A little bit updated. I don't know what's the last one I did. Probably a couple months ago. But ironically enough, jury, here's a funny little thing about the jury mirror match. If you guys never knew about this, jury can't deal with their own fireball. Now I say that only because I've played a lot of mirror matches, of course. I would say that she can obviously level 1, level 3 it. She can EXDP it. What I kind of mean is kind of like how, you know, Jamie has breakdance. What is it? Cammy has spin knuckle. Rashid has forward heavy kick. She has to kind of just deal with it. Round start, EX fireball. You got to parry that. But yeah, jury really can't deal with it practically. I'll go over like character by character, try and make it quick. So that way, you know, it won't be, you know, too long. Ryu, I don't know where to put Ryu only because it's like, we have no ways around fireballs. Other than, of course, like storing it or perfect pairing them. Because I mean, dive kick is a way. Like I say is a way, but you use that term very loosely, you know? It's one of those, it's just a weird, like, you don't want to say bad, but I know it's not good. But I don't know if it's even. I don't know whether to say like jury loses this only because of the fireball, but it's a bit of a problem. But I never really like was struggling against Ryu, specifically fireballs like that. Yeah, Ryu can toss over fireballs. It's happened to me like a few times, not as often than Ken players, because Ken players, you know, they look out for that. But he can go over fireballs. He can't fight jury neutral and vice versa. I would probably put for now, okay, like I'm content with Ryu matchup. Like if I had to make another row, it'll be like super slightly, like maybe their favorite, super slightly 5.1. It's one of those things. I mean, I think it's okay, but overall I think the neutral is fine for both of them. I really don't struggle with Ryu's, you know, and you know, as long as you don't play like super fireball heavy, because you know you can't really fireball like that, I think it's fine. Luke, I think Luke is definitely even. The way I see Luke as is that I think he wins the fireball game far away, but I win close up. When you're at a certain range, Luke doesn't want to try and use fireballs because he knows that, you know, if it's an EX fireball especially, he'll trade, knock him down, pull, get Oki, get the situation started, or, you know, his fireball won't come out and he just hit my fireball and it'll be annoying for him. With Luke, you definitely have to be obviously like careful of your spacing, because if you do a bad store or you do a like a bad normal or something like that, can whiff punish you a lot, but vice versa, you know, if he does like a bad normal, you can punish him a good amount. You can use a lot of your normals in this matchup, not like, you know, not like crazy bad. You use level 1s to punish fireballs if you're very on point. Yeah, I think it's just a simple matchup. He can't really go over your fireball, so he has to deal with it. The funny thing about this matchup is that at Capcom Cup, I didn't get a full explanation because it was like super late. It was like 11 p.m. at night, but Manon RD, two-time Capcom Cup champ, said that Luke loses this matchup. Now, I thought he was high off his knockers for sure, and I didn't really get a good explanation behind it, but you know, if he thinks that, that's his opinion. You know, I respect people's opinions. So if he thinks Luke loses that, by all means, but I heavily disagree. Jamie, I think it's good for her. I think it's good for jury a lot because it's like, unless Jamie gets level 2, you have free reign. I'm not even joking. I've had it where I've played Jamie players and I'm just like, fireball. Now they can try and die kick if they have level 1, but it is really annoying for Jamie players if they try to dive kick and it hits them. Because sometimes dive kicks in this game do not work for the dive kicker, and sometimes that could shamble them, but I think Jamie's dive kick is pretty good. I think he's okay in the footsies department. I think just jury having the drive rush and the idea of her buttons converting a little bit better than his and being able to get better Oki and everything helps out a lot. Overall, it's just really good. There's not really like, the fireball helps out a lot. A fireball in this game really helps out a lot. Chun-Li, bad. Don't even think about this. I know people are probably thinking like, but Uma beat Lashar. You're stupid. You weren't even in Capcom Cup. You're trash. You're dog water. Shut up. Money match me $1,000 right now. Chun-Li, bro. Chun-Li is very annoying. She has the normals to stop jury. She has ways around fireballs, a forward heavy kick, Hazanshu air legs, I want to say sometimes. Hell, even her buttons can sometimes go over fireball and not even trade. She has really good anti-air to stop Juri, although Uma did abuse that with Lashar. And her fireball is really, really strong. This is just a character thing, but like her fireball is really strong because he has to go back while doing it. And while she's doing back, you can't really like get a dive kick, almost like a sweet dive kick angle, unless it's like early on, because I feel like the recovery is not really there. So it's really odd to try and like figure out where to work on Chun-Li. Sometimes you gotta force it, sometimes you gotta play cat and mouse. It all depends on the Chun-Li player, but I generally think this is like very, very annoying just in general. Guile, yeah, Guile's bad. Guile's bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. Guile is definitely, you know, I was so on the defense of like, this is slightly bad, maybe even, this is that. Nah, bro, I'm just gonna admit that it's kind of rough for Juri. I have succumbed to that. Guile is anti-drive rush. And the funny thing is that characters that drive rush in this game well, other than Juri, are characters that can zone or stop him. So like Dee Jay has a fireball game and he can, like, you know, air slasher, EX slasher, he can fight Guile like that. Juri cannot do that. Juri kind of has to hold booms a bit more. It's definitely not impossible to, like, you know, to get it. It's just you gotta have a lot of patience. I think the neutral wise, his buttons sometimes feel like they can hit you, but you can't hit them. Kimberly, I think it's pretty good. I think this match was very annoying for Kimberly players, bro. Kimberly players I know hate this matchup. You know, having a fireball that goes slowly moving and it's on the ground is very annoying for Kimberly players, because even she struggles against Guile. She struggles against fireballs in general, but imagine how like a slow moving fireball against her feels, especially if it's like she does a shallow jump. There's been times where Kimberly players have jumped into my fireball because they did a shallow jump. I think Juri's buttons are pretty solid. Of course, Kimberly can snowball into win. Don't get me wrong. Overall, the answers to Kimberly are pretty important and are pretty good, because if she does, you know, a shallow jump and you're at the solid spacing, you can do heavy DP to cover both jump angles. That way you can do that. And it's really annoying when she doesn't have a reversal, and her reversal's slow. So Ken, I think Ken's okay. I think generally Ken's not the worst, not too bad. You know, you can deal with Jin Rise, you can deal with fireballs, Dragon Lash you can deal with. As long as you know what you're looking out for Ken. I mean, we've had Ken for like 10 months now, so it's like at this point we should all know how this works. Ken players are they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But yeah, I think that's fine. Blanka. Now this one I've changed. Slightly bad. Hear me out. Don't hate me. There's a lot of things that Blanka can do that kind of denies Juri stuff. This is one specific one I'll show you, only because it's like when I got hit by it and I kept getting hit by it, I was like, yeah, this is fairly annoying. Yeah, no. This makes it very annoying for fireballs as it is. But then you add something like this, something like that, and it's like, it's really, really annoying. It's not impossible at all though to beat him. I don't think it's as bad as, you know, Chun-Li Guile, where like, you know, you just can't play any form of game. I think with Blanka you can play a lot of different forms of game, but it's just like, it's really hard. I think neutral is not too bad. You can stop Blanka balls, you can punish them, you can do all that stuff. So I think overall it's not too bad. It's just that like, or like the fireball game with Blanka is somewhat not there. It all depends on the Blanka players. Dhalsim, I mean, I think Dhalsim's slightly good. The only Dhalsims I've played are like Zaffarino and probably a few others, and I have no problems against Sims so far. I haven't played any Japanese Sims or Korean Sims or anywhere in Asia or Europe type Sims, so I can't say anything, but I think it's not too bad. His zoning is a bit annoying to deal with for sure. That's why I put him slightly good. I'm not put him for sure good, because if it was for sure good, I would probably be like, we have ways around the zoning, everything's fine. I would give Dhalsim's benefit of doubt for sure that his zoning can work against Juri when it's effective. I think that for sure is something to be proud of as a sim player, that you could do that. When you have fireball on the screen, I feel like they have to force themselves to do something. From what I've had, they force themselves to float, teleport, to do whatever. They're forcing themselves to make a decision. I feel like you're playing like the I'm in control game, and unless Dhalsim got a good zoning pattern going, I think it's kind of rough for him, but what do I know? Again, there's not many Dhalsims. Honda, I think this is slightly good. Other than like going through my fireball with headbutt, I think Juri has a good amount of answers for him. She could punish butt slam. She has really good buttons to challenge him with. Like shoot, even feng shui, you can cover his you can cover armor, especially his specifically. It's not like Marisa stuff, but overall I think it's not the best, not the worst. It's not like, you know, I'm content. I'm fine with playing a Honda. I just don't want to because it's Honda, of course. You know, Honda makes you feel some type of way. DJ is shitty. Don't need to get those out of this way. Matter of fact, if I was to like say which one is the worst out of the worst, probably this character. I'll show you exactly why. Let's just say I'm Juri. That was me trying to space that out, by the way. If I'm trying to space this out so that way people can't punish this character does not care no matter where I am on the screen. I can't do a simple block string. You know what I have to do to get a store? Either I have to be right here, know he doesn't want to approach me so I get a store, or no, I get a combo then store. It's really rough for Juri to get something, especially during a block string. I kind of had to mix them up with this. So like, and this happens a good amount of time, like where, you know, you're a Juri player, you're trying to be like, all right, cool. I know a heavy into medium store typically is safe on block, only because of spacing. Not to mention the fact that he can EX Sobot through Fireball. He can level 2 through a Fireball. It's just like, bro, a lot of stuff against that character is very annoying. And it generally is like aggravating sometimes. So it is definitely just like really annoying matchup. Just like, bro. Manon's good. Fireball is annoying for her. Neutral I think is pretty solid. DPs cover a good range. You know, you can do block strings on her. You can do all this stuff. I think the one thing that Manon's it's good for her is that her buttons can like hurt Juri a little bit, but that's like her with a lot of characters, so it all depends. But yeah, overall I think that matchup's not too bad, especially like she tries to use spin. She could try to use spin around fireballs, but I've played with some of the best Manons and they tried it doesn't work. Marisa, I think Marisa is I'm gonna leave this in slightly good only because Marisa can't fight this. Marisa can fight Juri. She can fight Juri. Obviously, having a fireball on the screen, especially hit your legs, your toes, is very annoying for Marisa. Also, it's kind of like, you know, Marisa countered that with Superman Punch, but then Juri can counter that with Crouch Fierce. So it's kind of like one of those things. But then, if you know they're gonna Superman Punch, you just Gladius them. So it's kind of like they go back and forth. And I think with Marisa, because she's such a high damage character, she's like, I'm in your face, brawler type. I think her damage kind of beats the negatives of her, but you know, it's still a little bit rough. JP, not bad. JP's not bad at all. I actually, now I'm thinking about it, because this is patch JP. I just forgot, bro. You know, I forgot. It is slightly good. I forgot it's patch JP. I'm thinking of Amnesia, Crouch Fierce, all this stuff, and I'm like, oh wait, that all got toned down. It is slightly good for Juri, only because she can be way more jumpier in this matchup because of Crouch Fierce nerf. EX Fireballs is very annoying for JP, and if you're good at controlling the zoning, I think you're good. I do think that even pre-patch, I think it was not too bad, because it was common that like JP players tend to not like Cammy Juri because of like how quick they were. So I think they still have the BS, but I think it's easier for Juri just in general to like fight him out a bit more. Gief, put him right here. He has the flip kick to deal with Fireball, but also I think the neutral is still like okay for Juri. When Gief has, you know, level 2, level 3, it turns into like right here. That's like everyone. I mean, I can see slightly bad if those are your answers and everything like that, and him oppressing you, which is fine. Y'all run Snake Eyes? Yeah, I played Snake Eyes at Capcom. I still like, I played the first of 5 of them. I got beat and I still believe this. Lily, bro, I don't know when's the last time I ran into a Lily. Oh no, Hibiki, I forgot. Hibiki smoked my ass. I gotta do like first of 5, first of 10 with a good Lily player, bro. From what I remember about my even though it was only a first two with Hibiki. I think it's okay, only because it's like, bro, one, he wasn't doing the bullshit. He wasn't trying to do the bullshit yet. He played neutral. Her neutral's mad weak. Not with Hibiki. Hibiki presses the buttons, the certain normals that work. But yeah, I think neutral wise, Lily is fine. She got to go through fireballs. She's mostly like the character who goes through all fireballs. Cammy, I think, is okay. Again, kind of like somewhat Lily. She can go over fireballs with Hooligan, which is very annoying, but you fight Cammy in neutral and you can stop her from dive kicking. Obviously that won't happen, but you know, you still can. Cammy never really was bad in 5 either, so, but overall, I think this matchup not too bad in neutral. But overall, I think this matchup not too bad in neutral. You can still throw a little bit of fireball, just be mindful of where you're doing them. Rashid, I'm okay with. Back before his little change with his EX mixer, it was definitely a little bit rough to anti-air Juri. I think it somewhat still is, but not as much. But bro, when I tell you Rashid came out, my man was struggling just to anti-air me. I think as Rashid players start to develop more, I think the neutral is really solid. It's not too bad. His fireball game, it's a little bit tricky only because it's like the way the fireballs go angle and the way Juri's arc of her jump can mess up Rashid a little bit. But I think overall, other than that, I think they will have counters to each other. I think everything else is going like fair game. But overall, I don't mind a matchup at all. Just like in 5. Aki, I want to put in a slight win. Pretty sure I'm right. I think. I think. Only because like I never really had like problems with Aki. Yeah, I don't think really Juri players have problems with Aki. She has, don't get me wrong, she has ways around the fireball, especially with like whip or EX whip. There's have been times where like, you know, she's called me out with the fireball with dagger dive. I feel like neutral wise, I'm the stronger character, and you know, I just feel stronger playing against Aki. I don't know what it is. I cannot confirm if Aki players be like, oh, you did this. Like, I don't know. I just feel stronger. And of course, Ed, I don't know. I don't know about Ed. I mean, I've labbed a few things against Ed. I don't know where he is because I haven't played that many good Eds. I don't think the good Eds are developed yet. But yeah, this is kind of like where I see Juri as. You know, obviously she won $1 million, so she's clearly broken. She doesn't lose any matchups. But I think that this is kind of like where I lie when it comes to matchups wise. Let me know what you think about this. If you think I'm wrong, you're wrong. And yeah, make sure to like this video. Let me guys know if you guys want to see more of these, like post patches and all this stuff. I feel like this is not too bad to talk about. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.